Namaste family, Zoe here in beautiful Sedona, and every day it's getting brighter. I feel amazing, man. So I wanted to express some things, answer some questions. Many of you guys email me at Rion at teamlight.com, R-I-O-N at teamlight.com. We have many questions that come in that are in between the Team Light Live segments, and some of those I feel like I should address. Many of the activations and things that are going on within the human population are amazing, but I wanted to make you guys feel a little more comfortable with having, say, your med team work on you, with clearing your space, with working with the archangels. Archangel Michael, it's fantastic. I wanted to give you guys some little tips that I went through internally when I first woke up 5 years ago. Now, I know if you guys are just finding my channel right now and you're watching me speak about all these dimension and what is this guy talking about, and it kind of sounds like I'm speaking a different language. Well, let me slow that roll right on down. Make it real nice and comfortable and logical, so that we can all kind of put one foot in front of the other. Okay, so check this out. I woke up 5 years ago on my 29th birthday, 2:38 p.m. Those of you guys who don't know. My third eye turned on. Boom. I was doing that energy body activation, as you can find in Dear 07's videos or the instructional videos at teamlight.com or on Ryan 7. What happened was I was doing the astral projection for about 8 months now. Every time I did my astral projection before I went to sleep, I get a little farther and farther and farther down that wormhole. Okay, it was a progression, just like learning a martial art. You know, you don't just do karate for one day and then think, you know, and then get a black belt the next day. It's not how it works, okay? Consistency. Now, I went through that phase. When my third eye turned on and I began to see through the veil, what did I see? Well, I saw a lot of my friends, family members. I saw a lot of Atlantean, Lemurian type angelics around me. I saw the monk in the red robe from Tibet, my man. I saw many awesome. I also saw my female Palladian self. She's awesome. Omi, love you. Okay. I saw in the white galactic outfit. You know, she's awesome. Okay. Divine goddess. I saw many things in that first 2 weeks, and let me get to kind of like what I began to understand as far as a human being in a suit, us, sentient being in a suit, waking up. Okay. I feel my goal is to aid in facilitating how to relearn how to use this vessel, how to reuse this suit, how to take your consciousness and your potential and grow that into your overself, grow that into who you truly are, and in growing that, remembering, right, who you are. So as you're this tree of life, and we are in the root level, the roots of the tree of life. We are on the ground, in 3D. All right. Well, as those roots get strong in your understanding, in your growth, in your energy that you can pull in, that tree grows strong. Okay? But one of the things that also creates that strength in a tree is the wind, is the rain, the sun. Okay? So, the wind and rain can kind of also be seen as processing, conflicts, experiences. That's what weighs that tree to go back and forth and get that tree super strong, right, in its foundation. Okay? So, when I speak about some of these things with the different dimensions, I actually see each of my higher selves and their perspective dimension staring at me on my stream 24/7, 365. Okay, what else do I see? I see their different outfits. I talk to them. I understand their personality traits. I talk to other beings' higher selves and how they can facilitate a quicker shift for having their vessel, their 3D, right, us, raise his or her vibration so they can once again remember who they are. That's kind of the role I sit and I feel that I'm playing here, and I'm very blessed to be in the amazing guidance of the beings that exist in Sedona. Sedona is definitely inside the kingdom. Okay, Sedona for me is fantastic, but it's also, when I go and visit other places, I'm very blessed to have had the lessons of experience and the levels of processing that we have to undergo in Sedona. Okay, Sedona is like going to college. Okay, Sedona is, you know, it's taking a high school football player and all of a sudden they're sitting on the bench watching a pro football game. Okay, that process and transition into that type of energy, consciousness, understanding who your local gods are, right? These ascended beings that are here, understanding who runs the international airport at Cathedral Rock, okay, energetically, understanding the amazing beings that are on top of Thunder Mountain, okay, understanding the same type of correlations as I learned them here. I then copy and paste them when I was in India, which I'll show you some clips of in this video, when I met the guardian and deity of the Vishnu Devi temple up on the high mountains in the Jammu Kashmir. Hanging out with, standing outside the Jagannath temple, right? If you guys are into the Vedics, in, you know, Orissa. Awesome, right? But to actually see how their structure in the rings is set up. I've made these experiences for myself, okay? What I'm getting to is, it's hard to explain sometimes to people waking up out of the matrix, right? Kind of some of the correlations in what I speak of. And I wish to make this video more to the people that are just waking up, that are just new to this, that just want to know who they are, where they come from. And it's also for those, what you guys don't see behind the scenes is there's very advanced beings here that actually we are in direct connection with, say on Facebook or through email, who are like, Ryan, keep dropping the new hotness. But the issues that I feel is that sometimes when I watched that last video I just made, it seemed like you had to already have that understanding to actually understand what I was saying. And I don't want to do that. I want to be the guy that you can go to and go, hey Ryan, what's this? Hey Ryan, what's that? And kind of have that unconditional love for the game and the understanding of experience to try to explain that in a way the guys that steers you around some of the potholes found on Earth. You know, a good guide for all my fellow light bearers out there is one that steers you when you're walking across a cliff, right? Kind of says, hey, one foot in front of the other, focus on your steps, focus on your breath, focus on staying in your center, and follow me. Okay? So, because I don't want you to fall off the cliff. I don't want you to jump back in duality. I want you to stay high on that tightrope and walk across it. Rise above it. That's the goal. Like I said, there are many awesome teachers out there. I'm just one version. I'm more of like the Southern California Sedona version. And it's all of us have this amazing ability to, as one, to create these correlations and translations for our family. All right, there is no leader. All right, there's no I in team. So to understand that we all my fellow members on Team Light, we all facilitate a very specific job, and I'm very blessed to be a part of such a team. For example, there are beings on my team that are very, very strong remote healers. You know, Isa, gnarly. Where'd you learn that? Russia. She's amazing. I have some very amazing people that work with your Akashic records. Tina, amazing. Susan, amazing. Randell, stands with Bear, amazing. Lightstar, I love you, Susan. What I'm trying to say is that they have specific skill sets that maybe that they are more focused in their discipline than say I. I am more like to facilitate more of like, hi, you're waking up, welcome. Let's get it on, shall we? That's kind of like more like my role. Now, when I woke up 5 years ago and I started seeing all these things, I had to keep all this stuff inside. Okay, one, you can't really speak about it too much to your family or your friends around you because they're still asleep. So, if you want a visual, what is that like? I don't know. Let's break this down. As your light turns on more and more, and you actually start seeing through the veil or feeling through the veil, your intuition's firing off, and then you kind of start seeing your friends and family in a different manner. You start feeling what they're feeling. You can actually start understanding that sometimes you're actually in their conscious bubble of what they think about every day. Some of these thoughts aren't actually coming from you. You're just actually bouncing these things off, and you think they're your thoughts, but they're truly not your thoughts. It's what's bouncing through the consciousness on Earth. Okay, now, working on your ears, comms with your higher self in your own voice. Fantastic. Working on making sure you do your sun gazing in the morning or at night. At least get a charge going. I had a brother contact me a couple days ago, Ty, and he's like, hey, why can I see the light ships in the summer and springtime and not in the wintertime? And I said, yo, bro, you're not charging. In the wintertime, you're inside all the time. You're not really out in the sun. Your body's not charging from the sun. Hence, your frequency or vibration drops. Hence, you can't see the homeboys in the sky with your third eye. What I'm trying to explain is understand the energetics of how your suit works, and the rest of this will follow suit. Okay. So, that being said, I want to give you a little technique. When I first woke up and I was seeing all these dudes, and I was like, God, I don't know. I don't want these beings touching me, or I feel uncomfortable. And, you know, imagine I'm watching 8-foot dudes walk through walls. Okay, that's how I woke up. I didn't get the angelic version, which, by the way, angels are awesome, but they did come to me many times. And I remember one time I was sitting in the den, and I'd been awake for maybe like 5-6 months, and not even, maybe 3 months, and I was seeing clear. And I remember a big blue angel rolled over, because, you know, I'm staring through the walls, landed on the roof, came down, landed on top about 3 feet above my head, and on the downstroke hit me with light. So the wings go up, and when they go down, boom, the light comes off their wings and off their feet. So light up, boom, and he was hitting me with all kinds of light, which is awesome. I'm sitting there just like in this like umbrella of like white and blue light, and I'm like, this is so awesome. So remember, you guys have all of these things to look forward to. Now, check this out. People ask me, they're like, what's the deal with the angelic realm and the ETs? And what's this deal? Well, for me, I think of angelics as source honor guards. That's like my little, like, what's an angel to me? Source honor guard. Source being prime creator of all things in the oneness. Honor guard, meaning that we're here to facilitate awesomeness. Now, don't get caught up in the story so much on the light angels and the dark angels and the conflicts of the past and blah 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 blah. Be in the present moment. Check this out. There's different races here that throughout the different galactic conflicts here on Earth have kind of been vying for space, territory, whatever, resource, whatever it might be. Okay? Here's the main thing to focus on. Whatever aspects of your consciousness fractaled out are representations of you, whether you be Andromedan, Palladian, Anunnaki, Syrian, Draconian, Reptilian, Lyran, Prycean, Mantid, who did I forget? It's many. Those are like the basic ones, right? You're gonna let me remember. Angelic. Okay. To understand that the consciousness hasn't been where it is right now in a very long time. Okay. So, what you have is a bunch of kids waking up remembering who they are, but in some cases, some of those aspects of their consciousness, all from their higher selves, may be a stronger connection than others. Okay? So what does that cause? Sometimes it causes a little imbalance. Or it's kind of like one of your higher selves got your Xbox controller and is playing this little Xbox game, hence you, through your thoughts, whatever, whatnot. Check this out. As you get stronger, as you pull in more light, as you begin to integrate your night in balance, because listen to me very carefully, you cannot have unconditional love unless you are fully integrated in your light and night self. Okay? Just throwing that out there. People talk about, oh, how do you have unconditional love? It's loving everything. How did I learn this? Check this out. I was in some sort of higher frequency meditation, and my highest light on my Lyran side, his female compadre is like my highest light female divine goddess version. And she came down one night and she showed me that I love everyone here. Every single thing here, from the plants, the crystals, the birds, the little dudes, the sentient beings, the little Night 40 dudes, I mean, everything, all the way up the pipeline, the angelics, the ETs, everything here is within her love. And when I felt for a fraction of what that felt like, I was like, oh my God, that's what unconditional love is. Whoa. It's something I can't even express the force. It's like the connection of all living things in any time and space. It's a completely different frequency, and it is so awesome once you feel it. It's almost addicting in that sense. It's like, oh my God, can I feel like that one more time? Oh, I forgot who I was. Oh, Mom, come get me. Mom, I'm down here. Somebody throw me a lifeline. Okay, anyways. So when you remember that stuff, those little bits of your memories from your memories or your feeling or when you felt really, really good, that's unconditional love. All things. Now check this out. It's also our job down here with different flavors of experience to kind of balance all the consciousness that is here and kind of make that in a more organized, lovey-dovey. Okay, I understand you're like this, brah, but do you understand your orders came down from this galactic war, brah? And check this out, bro. Are you still following those orders? You still rocking that? Here's an example for you. I think in the 50s or 60s they found a Japanese dude still on an island out in Japan that no one told him the world war was over. For that individual, that Japanese soldier sitting on that island, it was still World War II. He was still in a bunker. He still had all of his guns ready to go. Every day for that dude was, I'm at war. Okay? Until someone, I think, a fishing boat or something showed up and said, hey, bro, the war's been over for like 10 years. What's going on? You know, like, just totally found this dude, little Japanese dude on an island, still thinking World War II was firing off like 10, 15 years after the fact. What I'm getting to, when you're balancing different timelines and different groups and different flavors of experience, to understand that in the present moment is where your strength is, kaboom. Okay? And that love conditioning and now no judgment. Like, hey, bro, I understand it's rough over there. Check this out. We're working on this project now. Or, yeah, I know that was a really cool game that's been playing out for the last 20,000 years, but check this out. We're playing this game, which is called, vertical limit, through the roof, through the glass ceilings, through the dogmas, through the oikonosphere, through the 3 layers of heaven, back up and out of this planet, right? And then back down, boom, with the wings out, okay? I prefer the 6-wing flavor, more like a cherubim myself. The cherubims are rad because you can do the hummingbird thing if you have 6 wings. I don't know if you guys knew that. You can kind of hover. It's rad. Anyways, so, moving forward. When I go, I had all these things I had to process. But here's my little go-to that I did at night when I had all this interaction, I felt all this stuff that made me feel safe. Here we go. Sleep paralysis is basically when you're laying down and you actually feel like you're out of your body or you're having a really gnarly dream, but you feel like you can't move. And why is this? I tell people this all the time, like, what is this, Ryan? I can't move. I feel I have like sleep paralysis. What is this? Check this out. Because I did the same thing. When I'm laying there and I feel dudes coming into my room, or I feel being trying to touch me to work on me, the issue is that you're kind of very protective over your suit. You're like, yo, homie, back up. Yeah, I don't know who you are, back up. Because basically it's like you're a caged lion or a tiger or a bear or a unicorn, depending on there, right? And you can't see anything. You got a blindfold on, you can hear things, you can sense things, but you don't really know who it is. They have good intent, bad intent, or whatnot. So this is what you do. First, this is a little thing I used to do, and that made me feel really comfortable before I would begin interacting multidimensionally. This is my little go-to I used to do. Only those beings that exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. This is what I would say, laying in my bed, starting to astral project. I want my med team to work on me. I want my higher self to integrate into this density. I want to raise my vibration. This is my little 4 count and the little technique that I use to kind of set that off. Here we go. So I'm a little nervous. I don't know what's going on. Okay. First things I would say. Only those beings that exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. Only those beings that exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. As you say that, a wave comes off of you. You kind of do each corner, each direction 4 times. Only those beings that exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. And only those beings that exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. Good job. Number 1. Number 2. Archangel Michael, hey, love you, bro. Can you kind of come down here and like watch and facilitate some of these little dudes, make sure that the right guys are in my space, remove some of the guys that shouldn't be there. I'm trying to have a one-on-one with my overself. I need some space. Sure, bro, no worries. Here he comes. Boom. Kind of walks around, monitors, looks, makes sure everything's kosher. Then when you feel a little more relaxed, then you can say, higher self, med team, please step forth. Okay. Some of them come right down your light cord, your silver cord, your golden cord. They come right on down. Boom. Just so you guys know the visual, you literally have a cord of light streaming right out of your sternum, like boom, straight up. Got one come out the top of your head too, depending on which one they choose. Many different cables when you can really get detailed, okay? Each of your chakra actually has a cable. Moving forward. Please step forth. So you're not going to have a lot of comms in the beginning if your throat chakra's not on. So all you can do is hand signals. So, yo, with your own voice talking to yourself now inside of you, can someone please work on my third eye? Can someone please work on my throat chakra, my comms? I want to be able to hear you. Can someone please help working on my heart? There's a lot of blockage and things that need to be removed. Or whatever chakra in appropriate manner that you feel that you need work on, whether it be your root, sacral, stomach, your power reservoir, your heart, throat, third eye, crown. All right. So once you get used to kind of doing that, now you allowed your homies to come in and actually work on the suit without trying to swing on them. Hence, sleep paralysis. If you can't control your energy body, if they can't trust you, it's like going to the doctors, laying on a table, and the doctor doesn't know when he's working on you if you're going to wake up and just try to pop him in the face. Because we are powerful beings. We're just unconscious. We're kind of blind. It's like we're caged tigers or caged bears, lions or unicorns, whatever that is for you, dolphins, who knows. But you got to make sure that they know it's safe. Because yes, you can directly affect them, okay? This veil was created just so they can kind of walk around you without you like flagrantly looking through the dimensions and seeing them, okay? So I understand when they're working on you, try to chill. And you go, look, I'm doing my best. I remember my energy body will pop out of my arm. So I'm laying on the bed. My energy body will pop up out of my hands. And I'd literally be shaking because I'm like freaked out, one. But two, like, oh, dude, this is weird. Okay, I actually feel you touching my stomach chakra. Whoa, I feel that. The thing is that slow your roll, and at any given time in the process, when you feel uncomfortable, pause again, and go right back into your 4 count. Only those beings that exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. Only those beings that exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. Only those beings that exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. And number 4, only those beings that exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. And what you usually see is your med team officer looking at you like, yeah, I know, I'm still here. I'm trying to work on you right now. Can you just relax? So, what I'm trying to say is you got to get past all that baby fear, like, oh my God, what is this? Okay, now check this out. That also clears out all the wiggity woo-woos from trying to poke on you, feel on you, you know, all that jazz. Another thing you can request too is hey, I know I got some tags. I know I have some implants, either positive or negative, on me. Med team, remove them. Call down your highest self. Call down Archangel Michael. Call down the big boys to aid in that. We all have these little things that we're going to have to remove through our life because in our incarnation, there's a lot of times we're completely unconscious and little jackasses or whatever, for whatever reason, some are good, some help us to be here, my high vibrational beings. They're kind of like governors. For me, I had a governor underneath each one of my armpits. So when I blasted on somebody, there was like a governor. A governor is something that limits the velocity or speed. That's why in a car, it's called a governor. Okay, just letting you know. So I didn't implement that type of force before I knew what I was doing. Okay, so we have these little things. They're not all negative. Some are to keep us healthy, happy, in communication with our family. But then there's some that are like control mechanisms. Those gots to go. You gots to go. A lot of guys using you like a video camera monitoring system for a bunch of little yahoos. You got to go. So I'm trying to give you this because I've actually gone through each one of these things I'm explaining to you. It's not like something I read in a book. It's not like something someone gave me in a download. I had to go through this. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Fantastic. So I hope that helps with the sleep paralysis. Yeah, it's basically like laying on a hospital bed. You're laying in your bed. And the guys that are working on you just don't want you to swing on them until you can be trusted. Hence, you will no longer have sleep paralysis. Okay, but the issue is that if you have a moment of waking up, say for 1 week you're like, oh my God, I'm awake, and then you choose to go, then for whatever happens, your health, your diet, your emotional body, your pain body sucks you back down in frequency, you go back into unconscious mode, and then you go right back into sleep paralysis. All right, so have fun out there, ladies and gents. I hope this helps you. And yes, for all those guys out there working on the third eyes, throat chakra, opening that heart, why does so much stuff have to be cleared off the heart? It's important. Here we go. It's because there's a lot of armor on our hearts, okay? Because being here, incarnating here with different things, the heart needs to be protected, so does your inner child. So sometimes having all those blockages on your heart, it kind of feels in that moment that you needed all that protection from your environment. But the truth is, once your heart turns on and you are emanating green fire from your heart, right? Emanating that flame can never be extinguished. So understand this, 3,000 times more powerful than this. Okay? The mind was just set up so you guys can kind of walk around and have a connection, have a hardware system to the above and so below. But to understand is your connection to source, who you truly are, and everything that is awesome comes right from here, your heart. Remember, all these things that I share with you, I do out of the love for my heart. As I go through my process and my experiences, the reason why I make these videos is because the more and more I progress, the more and more I hope that my experience and reflections help those going through similar things. That is the only reason why. I just want you guys to know that. I do because I love you guys and I want to see you guys accelerate and try to go around some of the pitfalls that maybe I got caught up on, and to work past that in a very efficient and loving manner. Now just know that I love you guys very, very much. Check out teamlight.com, unitethecollective.com, anomalyentertainment.com, or my YouTube channels, and I will see you very, very soon. Love and peace and abundance to you. Namaste. The temple was as big as a Jagannath.
Yeah. Or both are interconnected, they are both are jointed.
Yes.
So when sun rises, the first rays come through this dancing hall and they directly go through this prayer hall and fall inside the main building on the face of sun idol. So when main temple destroyed, then after inside the prayer hall there is a big empty, big hollow. Always entering the salt weathers. And on the top stone come down. That's a British. Fill the inside the sand with stone, how to does not fall it. Still you can't go inside the prayer hall.
You still can't, no, I understand.
Because it was completely filled by sand with stone, how to does not fall it.
Okay.
And filled by the British in 1903 AD. That time Orissa, West Bengal and Bihar equal one of the single state during the British periods.
Understood.
That time British ruling our Indias.
So to repair this temple, the idol that is magnetized needs to be replaced to this temple from the museum.
Yeah, British.
Okay,
yeah.
That's the first thing. And the second thing is that someone needs to reinvent a high-powered neodymium or lodestone magnet to reinsert into the top of this temple to actually make the idol float. The main thing about this temple, why it was so amazing, is that there was actually a metallic bronze iron idol, say of Krishna, floating inside of the temple through magnetism, a huge magnet in the ground, which is still there.
Yeah.
The main magnet in the top was taken away during the 1300s because as sailors passed by, it would mess up their compasses. So the people, the sailors, right, came in and took the made them take the main lodestone, which is magnetite struck by lightning. Okay, it's an old school magnet, earth magnet, out of the temple so it wouldn't throw off their gauges.
Yeah.
Okay, understood. We're gonna redo this temple with some of our creations 100%. This is amazing. I can't wait to get inside and remake some of these things.
Yeah.